Hey everyone, I'm going to take a look at some more new upcoming LEGO sets for the year 2020, but first there's a bunch of little stuff that I need to say quickly, then I'll slow down for the good stuff. First of all, credit to Brickset.com, Promobricks.de, and Hothbricks.com, this time for photos being collected together. I've done a number of videos like this back to back of different themes and such. So far, almost nobody has complained about them, and a bunch of people have asked me to do more. So I will try to continue, at least for now, and I'll try to continue to do them a little bit better. Let's start with Street Sweeper here. Tentative name, at least it's a little one. I don't have the exact part counts or expected prices for these city ones that I'm going to be looking at first. I think there's like a half a dozen of them, but I love this Street Sweeper set. It's got the little blue colored. Is that actual blue? I think that's actual blue and not medium azure, or dark azure rather. I think it's just regular blue for these gears. The brushes along the sides don't make that much of sense, but it's okay overall. I just like this entire thing. I like things like that in general, and I very much support LEGO putting out sets that are small like this, that are fully usable as is, but that are small and therefore cheap. Again, I don't know the exact price that these will be, but you can tell from their size that they will not be expensive. This postal delivery plane set looks like it comes straight out of 2010, if not 2005 or something. It just looks so old. The plane itself, so old. I very much like that torso for the postal delivery person, and I very much like that little bird. Otherwise, to me, this one, just looks old. I mean, maybe it'll be perfectly fine to play with. I think it'll be perfectly fine to play with as long as it's easy to get a person in and out of there. But yeah, it just does not impress me personally. Similarly, this monster truck, okay, they've done small monster trucks on a pretty regular basis for some years now, pretty much back to back. That is going to be a print. You get it, right? It's monster truck. This time it's actual monster truck. But this one I probably like less than any of the ones that they've done up to this point. Just, it looks so simple around the sides and blocky and completely lacking in detail. Pretty decent torso right there. And I do appreciate the print. And I appreciate, kind of the theme and everything with the teeth and all that. The color scheme is fine as well for, something that's Halloween-like. But just the build of this, again, doesn't impress me. It should play perfectly fine because at least it has the big tires and not big wheels to go with it. So these big tires, these are actually pretty soft and rubbery and bouncy. It makes the whole thing fun to just grab and drive it over terrain and obstacles and things. So it should be okay to play with. Similarly, there's another one that my audience won't be that interested in for the most part, but I personally think is a very well done set for what it is. Bulldozer Construction is the name that we have for it so far, but there are a bunch of things that I like about this for the 4+ age range that it's designed for. First of all, they did not make the quote-unquote bulldozer into just a plain bulldozer. They didn't give it a blade on the front. They gave it a loader bucket, which means it can pick stuff up. Now, it's not able to lift stuff up. It's not able to lift a load on its own to maybe drop into this dump trailer thing they have here. But you can always cheat. You can always pick this up, detach the trailer, pick this up with a load, and then dump it in there, and then use this as a dump thing that you can pull around. I love this because it gives you dump truck functionality, even if that's not able to actually dump, even if there's not a hinge underneath there, you have to disconnect it. Still, you effectively get dump truck functionality for the cost of just a few pieces that were used to put this together. So very efficient for play there. I think that this thing will be fun enough if it can get down close to the ground. Looks like the arm will be able to bring the wrecking ball down fairly close. You get some tools for your minifigs to play with. Comes with 2 figures. You even get some things to break apart. Just some little things that represent stuff to be destroyed and whatnot. Or you can stack them up for construction. And I also like the red color for the little portable cement mixer thing here. It's just very vibrant and looks good. The overall build for this is going to be very simple looking, it appears, but just so much about it, so much about this entire set is good. And you can also hook up that hook right there to that. That's not going to work well because you're not able to bring that down. they had made it so that you could connect the hook to the end of the chain, that would make so much more sense if they had an extra adapter piece or something for that. But overall, yeah, I've spent a lot of time on this. A lot of people on this channel won't even care about it. I do. I think that it's a good set for what it is, as long as it doesn't end up being overpriced. Now, here's something that more of my audience, which is in the 13 plus range, according to the poll that's going on my channel right now. No surprise there. Most of this audience is teens and adults, but that audience will appreciate something like this much more than that last one. The ice cream truck here. Food trucks, always popular. I personally like the stickers, especially these over here on the sides. And overall, this looks like it's done pretty well. It looks like it's going to have enough space on the inside of it to pose a figure doing different things. Like if you have the top off, you'll actually be able to play with the inside of this. As long as there's enough room to get your fingers and hands in there, you could probably even put two figures inside. Color scheme's pretty good. A little bit of gap right there, but just overall, this looks fun and semi-realistic. It's like it's close to that peak Lego kind of thing, in my opinion, just for what I like in terms of having something that's clearly fun and, not gritty and realistic, but realistic enough. It just rides that nice line that's not too fine of a line, actually, but it does a good job. Race boat transporter set here has a boat that actually floats. I'm glad they continue to do those for people who like to play with their Lego in the bathtub or a small pool or pond or something like that, or puddle, big puddle, lime green color for the hull of this. Big stickers there. You can leave those off if you want. These are supposed to be air intakes. There is actually a propeller or maybe a pair of propellers on the back of this. The boat, it's kind of basic. I actually like the look of the truck. It does rely heavily on that big sticker on the front for its detail, but the cab section, let's see. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. I mean, this is genuine build here. Uses actual pieces for the red and the black, and then there's more black up here. That's nice design. I like it. Yeah, definitely satisfied with that. The trailer is purely functional. It's just, you can clearly see it's just enough stuff to hold the boat and nothing more. So that was definitely a budget play right there. They were just trying to keep the cost of making this as low as reasonably possible, rather than doing a super nice sliding trailer with outriggers and stuff like that. It already costs a lot to include the big preformed boat hull. Not so much the top piece, that's just a single piece of ABS. But this is a different material, and that costs more. So anyway, I think this is fine, not great, but fine. This is really good. Safari Adventure, I'm hoping that at least one of these repeated pieces is offered up as a print instead of requiring stickers for all of those. But even if they are stickers, I still think this is a really nice thing. Again, right in that peak Lego kind of range. Maybe not perfect, but pretty close to good as I can reasonably ask for, with something that looks realistic enough. It's believable enough, even though it's clearly a toy. I love the inclusion of the basic tan big cat here, which is a mountain lion or cougar or puma or whatever you want it to be. Actually a very good use, slightly extended use of the tree guy, costume setup, and the parrot with the blue and yellow marbled together. This is another set where everything about it, I think, is pretty good. Has a snorkel as well. I don't recognize that torso. Maybe I do. I feel like I've seen that torso once before. That one certainly we have. But yeah, this is it's just really good. So no complaints there from me, as long as it's priced decently. All right, let's get into the creator stuff. I'm going to go through some of the smaller sets first. I'm just going through these in order because that's the way that the file names ended up, in order of number, of set number. The prop airplane, the propeller airplane. Here's the thing. So for these, thanks to promobricks.de, we do have prices and part numbers. This one has 128 pieces, so it's a really small set. It's going to cost €10, maybe $10. That's actually not bad. This looks like a a Sukhoi 26 or maybe a Corvus racer of some sort to me. But then it's got the V engine. Well, that's fine. What's wrong with that? I mean, it's nice that they got the extra studs used under here rather than making it as simple as possible. The alternate build of a different plane is okay for something this size. The helicopter, nah. I don't think the helicopter looks good at all. So, just going to move on. Oh, better. Come on. Here we go. Get it together. Get it together. Yeah, see, that plane is not bad. It almost looks like an A-10 civilian version. But the helicopter, nah. Here's another 3-in-1 creator set. Just another sport car. So interesting. To me, the main car doesn't look that great. I mean, it's okay, but it's not that great, you know? Let's see if we got another picture for that. Yeah, there we go. Different angle. Yeah, and for something that's supposed to be a sports car, to have the wheels, to have that kind of wheels, that kind of tire on each of those wheels, and then to have them exposed like this, nah. Big flat front, nah. Not interested in that. I actually think that this, which is the smallest, the plane down here, which is the smallest of the 3 possible build options officially, is not bad looking, especially for this is a 134 piece set. Again, €10. The last one was €10 as well, so you know it's another pretty small set. If it's $10, that'll work out, I think, okay, because I like this. That's my favorite. It's like a T-Roadster bucket hot rod thing, and that looks pretty respectable to me. And I think you may be able to put a minifigure in there still, even though it's relatively small. I think a minifig might fit. So for $10, yeah, that might not be a bad parts pack at the very least. This thing, another monster truck, creator side this time, with teal. Ooh, they're putting more teal out there. A lot of people are going to appreciate that. Will they appreciate this entire set? I don't know. I kind of don't, to be honest with you. I appreciate that there is a little bit of suspension type motion here with this main build, but this alternate build, yeah, I guess it's okay. This alternate build, I guess it's okay. Check this out. The little car that they give you to crush doesn't even have enough pieces to make it into a full car. I mean, I guess you could rotate this G-slope piece, you know, back and then consider it to be a full car, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan. The suspension stuff is good. Maybe it'll be fun. This is a very small thing, though. I don't know. So 163 pieces for this set. €15, maybe $15 they're expecting. We'll see. Yeah, just wasn't that impressed. Sorry. Creator Fire Dragon, 234 pieces. So we're getting a little bit bigger now. €20, maybe $20 US. Price to part ratio is fine. I have to see how big this actually looks. I think it might be a decent deal. Includes the treasure chest that you actually build up. The blue throws me off personally. I get it. I think I see what they're going for, but it's just a little bit tough for me. I feel like black would work better for me personally. Just dragons that are trying to be serious ought not be colorful, in my opinion. But that, I mean, who cares? Who cares what I think about that? Honestly, just what I feel about it. Interesting that they use different lighting here than they usually do. Some very, very harsh, sharp lighting. Didn't use as many of the big, or didn't put as much lighting onto the background and using the soft boxes here. But anyway, who cares about that? Once again, alternate builds, 3-in-1. This one's okay. Too bad those legs aren't able to go forward and back, but the claws are fine. Looks like they may be able to open and close a bit, I hope. And then the saber-toothed cat here, that's respectable as a rebuild of a dragon. Yeah, that's definitely respectable. Yeah, I think that works out pretty well. Okay. This one, gotta scroll to it. This one's the rocket truck. If it's a rocket truck, why does it have an air intake? Rockets don't need air intakes. Is it a jet truck or is it a rocket truck? Make up your mind. Well, anyway, it's a thing. It's weird. I think it's okay. 198 pieces, €25. I don't know. That might not be that great of a deal though. $25. If it goes on sale, maybe as a parts pack. Overall, I'm not feeling any of this. Out of these three things, I like the ATV the best. It's like a street quad. That actually looks kind of respectable. Actually looks like it was designed to be that way. That's clearly just a rebuild, kind of stretching, kind of reaching. Nice to get these pieces, these 5-sided Nexo Knights Shield overlay pieces in the dark green color. I don't think I've seen them in that color before, but this thing, meh, doesn't interest me personally. Again, I don't think it's that great. Let me know what you think about that. I would definitely always love to hear if anybody who's watching completely disagrees with my opinion. That's really valuable and really interesting to hear. Like, tell me why. I want to know. I want to hear. And then getting back to food trucks. So Creator has a food truck as well. It's called the Burger Monster Truck. One shy of 500 pieces, 499 pieces, €50 though. Price to part ratio sounds good, but for the size of it, it's just the truck. Like, don't look at this stuff over here. That's not included in the set. Those are rebuild options. Let's see. I'm just going to skip ahead. Yeah, there. So imagine that for $50 US or €50. It doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't feel right. The van is 8 studs wide. I'm personally okay with that. They've done 8 stud wide stuff for minifigs in Creator before. I am definitely concerned about the creep towards 8 studs wide with what Speed Champions is doing this upcoming year, but we'll see. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions just yet. I think the Speed Champions things look pretty good, and I think this looks very good, and it probably will have a bunch of space inside of it. $50 though, I don't know. I just don't know if that'll be that great. With the big burger build on top, you could think that this could be, and with the colors, you could think that this would be from the exact same franchise as in the Burger Bar Fire Rescue set from earlier in 2019. Overall, this looks pretty good to me, and it is a 3-in-1 set. Oh, you can see the interior, lots of space in there, huh? Lots of space. You can even put the outside furniture inside, it looks like. Maybe there's not a whole lot of detail beyond that. But this tractor puller, that's pretty cool. I dig that. And then this is just another thing. That's fine. Not every alternate build needs to be amazing. But there's one thing that I really dislike about this set. I feel is a major, major miss. They give you these rebuild possibilities. They give you some extra wheels, but they only give you 2. There's a pair. Why not include 4 extra wheels and tires of the smaller size and allow us to convert this into a non-monster food truck? It shouldn't be that difficult, right? Most of this stuff up here should be able to remain intact. Just give us what we need. Give us the wheels and tires we need. And then the holders for those wheels and tires, maybe even most of the pieces are already here. We just need the wheels and tires. So that's a big, big miss. This easily could have been a set that would allow you, without buying anything additional, to create a pretty realistic and pretty nice minifig scaled food truck. But they missed just a little bit. I feel like that's a bigger miss than it ought to be. I mentioned the price on that. Yeah, price could be a little bit high. Okay, so check this out. This is the same price. This whole thing, €50 or $50. 554 pieces for this one, so a slightly better price to part ratio, but just feels like a whole lot more stuff here. That's inspired by, does that actually move too? I think it does. Probably doesn't have a full crank, but yeah, it's going to move as well. That's cool. It's inspired by the fan designed gift with purchase Rocket Ride set that they did earlier in the year. This is a toy shop and townhouse. I don't know if that's going to be the official name. To me, this looks like so many other sets that they've done like this. The color, at least this color up here, the medium azure, is cool. But overall, I mean, these are nice. And for their size, they're good. I just wish they were a little bit better covered up. So, actually, I mean, this one's looking pretty good. But they keep showing you the camera-friendly side. So here, open on the back. It says a little toy store on the bottom, which has some Lego sets in it. Looks like that's probably just going to be your typical cafe, and this is a flower shop. These are all nice, charming things. Well done. Can't complain. Just it's kind of like a little evergreen kind of thing that they're doing now, I think. And yeah, I don't mind it. They're just basically keeping things like this on the market for people who are interested in them, and they're updating them. They're changing them. So offering different ones over time. If you don't want a new one because you think, like I do, that it looks very similar to stuff that they've done before, then just don't get it. Just skip. It's perfectly fine. But I'm happy that they're keeping this almost as a sub-theme of its own. The almost mini modulars, that are minifig scale. It's kind of as just an ongoing little sub-theme. I'm surprised they didn't use the helicopter cap piece, little propeller piece here, because that would have worked just fine. Like, this is very similar to my own biplane build, except I use a ice skate, instead of a prop. Oh well. Let's look at the front of it. Yeah, overall, pretty nice, and that's it. So I won't dilly-dally. I won't pull you along any longer. Let me know if there's anything in here that you completely disagree with. That's interesting to me for whatever reason. Or if you have just any other thoughts that you would like to share about these sets. Thanks for watching, and keep letting me know if you feel tired of these types of videos. I will happily slow down, but if you want to see more regarding other themes that I haven't covered for stuff that's coming up, just let me know, and I will keep it up. Thanks again. Talk to you again soon.